Welcome to our weekly transformational live. So today's topic is anger will cost you your relationship. Haven't you noticed that anger is one of those emotions that can be so destructive? So today we're going to talk about 3 ways to harness that anger and to get what you want instead of burning your relationships. So my name is Padma Ali. I know we have a lot of new people here. My name is Padma Ali and I'm an energy alignment coach. I help stressed overachievers find clarity so you can create the life you desire, which I truly believe you can. So if you haven't listened to my podcast on anger, which was just released last week, please do so. There's some really valuable nuggets in there. But today it's going to be focused specifically on relationships. Now, I'm going to invite you to listen to that podcast, even if you are don't get necessarily angry, because it has some very valuable tips on how to work with emotions. So let's dive into this topic for today. So you may have already noticed how destructive anger is, right? So why do we get angry when we know it causes harm? This is very important. I'm going to cover that in a little bit later on, but I'm going to go more into the fact that there is something else behind the anger. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that there's usually something else behind the anger? And it's usually a need that hasn't been met. You know, I heard from a bunch of women that they were so upset with their spouse for Mother's Day because they didn't feel like something special was done for them. And there was a lot of anger. And I hear you. If you've been overworking and you're juggling all these things from, working at home and also with whatever else is happening, right? And I hear you. I hear how upset you could have felt because you want to feel more valued, right? So here's the thing. That is exactly the point. The point is that you weren't feeling valued. That's oftentimes what's behind anger. So let's dig a little bit deeper, right? Why are you not feeling valued? Probably because you're sacrificing your needs in order to get things done. And that automatically, so here's the thing. Let me backtrack a little bit. So why are you even sacrificing? What is making you want to sacrifice? Hi guys. So what's making you want to sacrifice your needs by putting yourself last? Like, what is making you do that? I really want you to ponder upon this because this is vital. So let me also tell you this. When you get triggered or get angry, it automatically puts you in a state of victimhood. You probably will not like hearing this, but that's one of the basic facts. It puts you in a state of feeling like a victim. It puts you in a state of feeling unempowered, and you don't feel like you can do anything in that state, right? But have you ever considered that it is a choice? That you have a choice. Everything is a choice, and you get triggered because you made an interpretation of that trigger. Let me explain. Okay, one of my clients shared that, she hates it when her husband comes inside the house. He leaves his socks and shoes and everything right there, and she just hates it so much. So what we did with the work that we did, we uncovered 2 things. One was, what was the meaning that she added to it? There was a meaning that she added to the fact that he would come and just leave everything there. What was the belief behind it? For her, the belief was, my needs are not important. Can you relate to that? But how does my needs are not important connect with husband leaving the shoes and socks and stuff in the entranceway? Her husband did not. He was actually shocked. This was a couples therapy session that I did. He was actually shocked when he heard that, because in his mind, he was like, that's what I do. But in her mind, doing that had a deeper meaning. It meant to her that he wasn't paying attention to what she wanted and that her needs were not important, that he doesn't care about her. Can you see like how mismatched that is? But this is very vital. Like when you can start to really pay attention to that, it'll really make a lot of sense to you. The second aspect that we uncovered was that what we worked through was that if it was important, the place she went to was, if it was important enough for him, he would do what she wanted him to do. That she wasn't important enough. Now, again, like her husband could not make that connection at all. The other piece to that was, if it was really important to her, she could have done those things. She could have gone ahead and cleaned up or done whatever. Can you relate to that? If you can relate to that, just put a yes in the comments or give me some hearts or something, because I really want to know if you're grasping this. Everything is a choice, and everything is also an interpretation that you've made of that. So let's look at, what can you do instead? What can you do instead of getting angry? And here are 3 things that you can start to do. First one, what is the need behind that anger? What is the need behind that anger? Figure out what is making you angry. And usually there's a need that hasn't been met. Can you relate to that piece? And for me, for example, it's usually overwhelmed. When I'm overwhelmed, it results in anger. And what my invitation to you, so what can you do instead of getting angry? Take a minute, walk away, just start to go inwards, drop inwards, tap into your wisdom to see what is behind this anger. What is it that I need right now? Okay, the second piece, anger is a habit, and your brain has been trained to do that. Did you know that we learn anger from watching our parents? We learn anger from someone else. Anger is something that is a learned behavior. And when I heard that, it really stopped me in my tracks, because I'm like, what am I teaching my kids, right? What am I teaching them by being angry at the smallest of the things, being annoyed with the smallest of the things? So also, have you noticed that, for the second point, there's oftentimes a buildup with anger. And before the anger gets, it's like a volcano, right? Like there's an eruption, there's like a build up, and then there's like a explosion. And it's very much like a pressure cooker. That's exactly what happens. It's no different than a smoker, for example, right? So for a smoker, there'd be like this tension is building up, and then they're going to want to smoke. That's the same thing. Anger has a buildup to it. And this is another piece that most people will tell you. After an angry outburst, most people regret it. Most people are like, I should have not gotten angry. I don't know why I did that. There's often a remorse part. And that's why I'm telling you, it's a brain-based habit. It's a habit. Anger, emotions are habitual. Number 3. So if you knew this, you would never get angry again. And again, when I learned about this stuff, I was like, oh my goodness. So this is the piece. This is the key part. When you learn this, you will never get angry again. It's the energetic imprint that anger leaves. It's the law of cause and effect. It's the law of karma, right? So when you get angry, it has a vibrational quality to it, and it's kind of like out there in the universe, and then it comes back to you in some form or the other. So if you're like, what the heck are you talking about? Let me take you back to a time where you did get angry. Think about how your body felt after you got angry. Like, did you like it? Did you not like it? Like, how did it feel? Okay, and this is not to scare you, by the way. This is not for scaring you. This is not to make you feel like, oh my God, like don't get angry. I get angry, I still do. But I have this awareness now that the imprint that it leaves. So this is why you need to really process, like, not how do you work with anger? You know, I used to live like that, and that anger would come up specifically towards my family. Even now, like, you know, if you talk to my parents, they would say, like, when I was a kid, I would have these explosive angers, and that was a different reason. But this would be directed specifically at my family because I was getting overwhelmed. For me, overwhelm is the biggest key trigger. And for me, it was basically like I'm not taking care of myself. And anger for me meant I need to set boundaries. I need to take care of myself. I need to really stop and see what I needed. And once I started to put that into place, the anger really went away. Now if I'm starting to feel that, I can catch it and nip it in the bud. And that's what I invite my clients to do. And that's what I'm going to invite you to do. You can stop it. Okay, so I still lose patience, I still get annoyed, but the intensity is way, 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 way less. And even if it comes, I just walk away now. And I'm inviting you to do the same. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I know I can see some comments, I haven't been able to go back down there, but if there are specific questions that you have, please share. And if you want to explore where you're stuck, if you're feeling stuck in your relationship, I'm going to invite you to join my free boot camp for relationships. I'm going to put the link in the comments. Please join that. And also, if you're ready to do some deep diving and work through some of the stuff within yourself, I'm offering a 20-minute complimentary call to see where you're stuck and if we're a good match to work together. So I'll post all those links. If you have any comments, please share. Please let me know. I'm here for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I come on every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Today was late, but every Tuesday at 8 p.m. I'm here live with a special topic that is going to transform your life. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.